you clicked on this video, and I just want to say thank you very much. It's sort of interesting. My last few videos that I've made about the new wine business haven't done very well in terms of views, but I understand. I get it, right? You're here for the lifestyle stuff and the fashion advice. Totally understand. The wine thing is something that is a passion project, and there's a story behind it. So if you didn't see the video that I made talking about why I'm doing this and why I'm starting this, I'll link it down below. You can go see that one after you watch this one. So this video is going to be an update. I think my last video that I made a while ago, maybe a month or more ago, where I was talking about the wine business and kind of where I was at, and I tasted through all the different varietals, and I landed on 4 different wines that I'm going to launch with. I mentioned in that video that I was hoping to launch by Thanksgiving. Right now it is December 17th, so that didn't happen. Realistically now at this point, and I'll get into some of this stuff without making this video very long, it's going to be January. There's so many moving parts, and also there's a lot of things that are just completely out of my control. So if things were more in my control, I would be making shit happen. But since I can't do, it's out of my control. I mean, one of the things is the state of California. I'm dealing with COLA, which is the certification of label approval, which I'll show you some labels here in just a second. These are all preliminary, not the final design, but that takes 3 or 4 weeks to get through the state for approval. We're building out the website. Anyway, let me give you a little bit of what's been happening since the last time we talked. All right, so the reason I have 2 wine bottles in front of me, let me just get this out of the way and show you guys. So this is the Sauvignon Blanc, and by the way, these labels are not final. They're changing completely. And this is the Pinot Noir. Both fantastic, absolutely delicious. You're going to love them. So I got invited to do this charity event through a buddy of mine. He's an attorney. He's helping me do a lot of legal stuff, and which has been amazing, by the way. Andy, thank you very much. So Andy invited me to do this military fundraiser for, I believe it was veterans who need legal assistance. And anyway, it was a fundraiser for that. Black tie. It was amazing. Had such a good time. And my function was a table set up with these 2 wines that I could just pour for free for people. It was phenomenal. It was so cool. I was in my element completely. I'm like complimenting all the women on how they dress and how they look, and the guys looked so nice, and it was just fun. I know that sounds a little bit weird, but it's a good time. I like being in that environment where I can sort of put on a little bit of a show and get people excited and I tell the story a little bit. And it's funny, you can read the crowd, and some people just, I want my free glass of wine and gonna walk away. That's fine. Other people were like, well, who are you? What is this about? And so I tell the story about my brother passing away when I was 15 years old of suicide, and this is a way to bring his name back to life. And it was so interesting how many people had similar stories in their family or, someone close to them that they know. And it was really cool. So I connected with a lot of people. People wanted to give me their business cards and contact info so they can be notified when I finally do launch. They want to support it. And that was a really, really fun night. So because we had wine bottles on the table, I needed labels. Otherwise, they were just going to be shiners. They were just going to be, blank bottles with nothing on it. So these were 2 initial designs that I was sort of playing around with. And because it's all we had, let's just throw the labels on here just to make it look like an actual wine brand during that charity event. And that's kind of what we ended up with these 2. The quality isn't very good. There's air bubbles and stuff. But anyway, it is what it is. And it served the function for that event. Now, let's talk about where we are at this point. So like I mentioned, I'm launching with 4 different varietals: Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and a Cabernet Sauvignon. I personally approved all 4 of these wines out of 7 wines that were available to me at that time. There's more, but what was ready to go in bottles, that's what I had. And out of the 7, I mean, the Syrah was amazing. These 4 seem to be great anchors, and there's variety. So if you like a bold cab, I got you. If you like a medium body Pinot Noir from Central Coast, California, Santa Ynez Valley, I got you. If you like a Chardonnay without that butter bomb, I got you. There's a little bit of oak in it, but it's not that crazy thick, heavy Napa Chardonnay that's just a complete butter bomb. I know a lot of people like that. Personally, I'm not a huge fan. This has just a little bit of oak, so you know that it's a Chardonnay. And the Sauvignon Blanc is just a nice, crisp, clean, citrusy, like lunchtime brunch wine. It's all just really, and I'm excited. Can you tell? I'm excited. I will put the final label designs up on the screen so you guys can see what they look like, what I'm sort of running with at the moment. I wanted to play around and tweak the designs even more than what you're seeing. I just had to get it done. What's that saying? Done is what? No, better is the enemy of done, because it can always be better. Just get it done, because I didn't want any of this process to be held up because of me and my decisions. I needed to get things done on time when I'm told to do. Okay, this is due. Do this, and I was like on it right away and got everything handed off. Websites coming up next. Labels, we're still waiting for labels through the state. Websites next. I wrote copy for the websites. I don't have bottle images because I don't have labels on bottles yet, so I will handle that once the bottles come in. Wrote copy, images for the website just to get it launched. I just ended up going with some stock imagery. It is what it is. I'll fill that in as we sort of get rolling along. What else? That's kind of it. Oh, names, trademarks. I had to go through trademark to see if I could call this wine Dino. I think it's section 33 or 35 or something like that. Like, it's alcohol in a bottle. I think that's what it sort of encompasses. So the names that you're seeing on the labels that I'm putting up on the screen, those names have been trademarked by me. And the one interesting thing is The Godfather. It was available. It had been abandoned. I think there was a lot of searches that we did. I think The Godfather had been abandoned, but it was completely available. Andy did his search on his end. He's an attorney. He knows how to do all that stuff, clearly, or obviously. And he was like, dude, it's available. Do you want to try to snag it? I'm like, yeah. Like, why doesn't Coppola have that? I don't know. Anyway, so that was a whole process, and more fees, and it's at this point it's just a waiting game. And also, on the side of every label, right here, there's, if you can see that, I know it's kind of shiny, there is a little paragraph talking about why I named the wine what I named it, and it's really cool. I mean, it's really cool. There's messages and meanings behind all four of these wines, and of course, why I'm doing the whole thing to begin with. So there's just, again, a lot of things that are just out of my control, and that's why I haven't launched it just yet. But it'll happen. It will definitely, it has to happen. I'm neck deep in fees, so it will happen. It's just not going to happen on the timeline that I wanted it. I feel like I needed to capture the holidays, right? The Black Friday stuff, and I feel like I may have missed the boat a little bit on sales. It seems to me like no one really wants to spend money in January, right? It's just the last 2 months have been, you know, party after party, gift giving, gift buying, spending money on presents and travel and all of that. And so people are just sort of shutting down in January. But anyway, it's going to be what it's going to be, right? And I hope you do support the brand, support me when it does come out. You'll know, trust me, you'll know. I'll splash it all over the place once it finally is released, because a lot of you have been asking me on Instagram DMs and also in comments on the YouTube channel, like, where's the wine? When is it going to be available? How do I buy it? It's not available yet. It will be. I promise it will be. It will be. Like I said, it has to happen because I'm fully committed at this point. What else? I think that pretty much wraps up globally what's going on with the wine brand. Lots of other changes in my life. Crazy stuff. Crazy, mega, lots happening. Lots happening. Maybe I'll do a Q&A. I should do the last Q&A video of the season. Check my Instagram if you don't follow me over there. Or leave a question for me here. I can source from both different places, here and on Instagram. And I'll do a last Q&A video of 2024, and I'll do it this month, maybe next or a week from now, something. I'll get that done for you. So that's kind of what's going on. Lots happening, lots happening. Maybe I'll make a life update video at some point, maybe January, we'll do something like that. But yeah, lots happening. Thank you for the support so far, for the interest so far. It will be available online to start with. So if you want some, it's going to be online. That's what I can tell you right now. So thank you guys very much. I appreciate each and every one of you, and thanks for watching this video all the way through. Like I said, leave me a comment or leave me a question for that Q&A video, and I'll make it next week. Yeah, this video will come out on the 19th, and so let's do it next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.